Hello, series people. This is Mary Jane Cuneo with Stephen Riel from Harvard Library. We're going to walk you through the answers to the exercises that follow Module 8. Series in AACR2 and RDA. What's the same? What's different? The first exercise asks you to find your way from the instruction in a known rule interpretation to the corresponding instruction under RDA, if there is one. If you suspect that the instruction you're looking for resides in a policy statement rather than RDA itself, as is often the case for series, try one of the methods described in this slide. The first one involves keyword searching of policy statements within RDA Toolkit. The second one involves keyword searching of policy statements within Cataloger's Desktop. There are certainly other ways you can do this. These are just two that I know about. It can be difficult to find the guidance that was in a rule interpretation by navigating the RDA table of contents, because the instructions may have been placed somewhere that you would not expect. Like, where did they hide that? In this case, links to the necessary policy statement appear in two places. After the header, major and minor changes in the titles proper of serials, major changes, and after the header, changes affecting the identification of a works issued as serials. Whereas in AACR2, it simply appeared after subseries.
The second exercise asked whether RDA allows you to record a series statement based on information found only within the introduction. Under RDA, a series statement may be transcribed from information embedded in the text. This is different from AACR2, where a rule interpretation allowed information appearing in such a source to be recorded only in a note, not in a series. In RDA, look under the rule for sources of information for the title proper of a series, which redirects you to the more general rule for recording titles. Follow the instruction down to the final sentence, which reads, if the resource does not contain any of the sources specified above, use as the preferred source of information another source, forming part of the resource itself.
Exercise 3 allows you to demonstrate that you know the priority order of sources for the title proper of a print series, or that you know how to get that information by navigating around through the RDA instructions. Series title page is naturally the first choice. If there is no series title page, we're redirected to the more general rule. After making the shift to the general rule, remember to look again for a title page, but this time, look for the analytic one.
Exercise 4 asks you to find what RDA says about variant access points for series. While the RDA instruction shows a few series examples, its policy statement gives broad guidance specific for variant access points for series. Exercise 5 asks you to provide the authorized access point for a multipart monograph, as well as the series statement and series authorized access point for the analytic record for volume 1 of this multipart. Here are the answers, assuming that GED's authorized access point has been evaluated and recoded as RDA. When a work, here a multipart monograph, has a person as a creator, the authorized access point representing that work will consist of both the name of the person, the authorized access point of the person, plus the preferred title of the work. When the authorized access point for a person is an element in a series authorized access point being formulated, the person's name itself will have to be evaluated for its conformity to RDA. In the series Bridge Training Module 6, Part 1 that you've already gone through, and in the RDA and NACO Module 8 that you've already covered, you've learned how a compilation of works is handled in RDA. For selections of the complete works of a creator, you formulate the preferred title by using the conventional collective title of works followed by selections. This is a change from RDA, where selections was used by itself. Then RDA instructs us to add the language of the expression to the authorized access point. The policy statement 6.27.3 tells us that it is LC practice not to add a date to distinguish one translation from another. However, PCC practice is pending, following the report and recommendations from the PCC Access Point for Expressions Task Group. This is an area that's in flux in RDA, so stay tuned.
Here's a typo appearing in the preferred source for a series title. It happens. You've seen it, I've seen it. Exercise 6 asks you to cope with this using RDA. For the series statement, transcribe what you see. We no longer add corrections or comments in brackets the way we did under AACR2. You can add a note about the inaccuracy if it seems important to do so. In the authorized access point, correct the error. Adding a variant access point that includes the error is an option. The path of instructions in RDA for errors in series titles is tortured indeed. I'm showing you the path for the series statement. I'll give you a moment to look at that. And here's the path for the authorized access point with its variants.
For exercise 7, you were asked how to record series captions and numbers in the 490 subfield V and 830 subfield V for 3 different situations. We know that publishers are not consistent in how they present information. Here are the answers. For recording numbering in the series statement, RDA instructs us to record captions as found. Therefore, what you see is what you get for captions in the 490 in all 3 cases, except that you should not capitalize volume due to the capitalization instructions appropriate for the English language. For recording numbers in the series statement, RDA tells us to substitute numbers expressed as words with Arabic numerals, so ONE becomes Arabic numeral 1. For the series authorized access point in the 830, we use standardized abbreviations for captions. Therefore, in all 3 830s, we have V period. We use Roman numerals in authorized access points because 24.6 does not offer an alternative. The use of Roman numerals in series authorized access points will be passed on to the RDA series policy subgroup as an issue needing further discussion.
Exercise 8 is a little sneaky because it has nothing at all to do with RDA. It refers to a change in the MARC format that was made during the time of transition to RDA. The answer to the question is probably not, because 670 and 675 have been redefined. You can see the new definitions in MARC 21 authorities, along with some helpful examples. I want you to be aware, though, that at this time anyway, the information about these fields has not been updated in Z1 of the Descriptive Cataloging Manual. In a nutshell, use 670 now to cite information about a related series where before you would have used 675. This is the last exercise. I hope you did well, and I hope you will go forward with confidence and create lots of series authority records.